Hello everyone, I am Arpita Patra of TNT Skill Center, Barampur. In TNT, we not only study but also learn how to apply it on anything. So that's why today I am here to deliver the message and meaning of the poem Stopping by the Woods on a Snowy Evening, written by Robert Frost. The poem Stopping by the Woods on a Snowy Evening is written by the famous American poet Robert Frost. It is a meaningful poem which has a dual aspect or view on its meaning. The first meaning shows the speakers who are not wanting to stop in the woods. He wants to enjoy the beautiful view, but he still doesn't want to stop because he has responsibilities to do. The second meaning shows that he has his responsibilities, which are very meaningful to him, and that's why he doesn't want to stop here. He wants to continue his journey till his life, which is till his death. In the last stanza, we'll learn about the deep and the dark meaning of the poem. So let's start. In the first stanza, the speaker wants to tell us that he assumes he knows the person who owns the woods. Also tells us about him being aware of about the owner's house in the village. He knows that the forest or the woods is owned by the person who lives in the village. And then he says that here he not only refers to the human living in the village. If the woods is not owned by the that person, he is referring the line to the god, because those things which are not owned by us or anybody of us, it is owned by the god. Then he also doesn't want the woods owner or the god to see him stopping by the woods or to watch the woods fill up with snow. Then we continue to the second stanza. The speaker tells us that his horse might think it strange for stopping without a farmhouse or place to rest nearby, because they were stopping between a frozen lake and a dark wood covered by snow. That's why the speaker thought that his horse might think it strange. Then this description shows two meanings. One depicting it as the long evening of the year, and the other as it was winter. So it was the darkest thing. When it is winter, the nights are longer and the days are shorter. So the nights are darker, and the snow, which is the snow. So he describes the evening as the darkest evening in the year, as it was snowing, so it was dark, and it was a winter evening, so obviously it would be dark. And the second meaning, it is as a long evening, as it was a winter or snow evening, and the other describing the dark humor or thought of the speaker. In the third stanza, the speaker wants us to learn about the horse behavior towards the sudden stopping in the woods. So the horse had a harness bell in which a bell was tied, and the horse was shaking it continuously to ask if it was any of his mistake that the speaker stopped in the woods to abandon him or something like that. But to this, the speaker also said that there are just two sounds that he can listen. First, of the horse harness bell, and the second of the wind blowing and the small snowflakes pouring down. So these are the two surrounding sounds he can hear. Moving on to the fourth stanza, the last stanza of the poem, which shows the very meaningful lines of the poem. In the fourth stanza or the last stanza, the speaker's words have deep meaning which are hidden. He tells us the woods are dark, deep, and elegantly beautiful to look at. For the speaker, the woods are a delightful sight to look at, but still he had to leave, as he had promises to make and responsibilities to bond. And he realizes that he has responsibility to bond and promise to keep. In the last two lines, he repeats the same line, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. In the third line of the stanza, he compares or represents this line to the journey he has to cover to the village. He is right now in this woods. He has to complete his journey from the woods to the village. He is comparing the third line with that thing. And then the last line, he also represents the thing that in a human lifetime, there is a long time from the birth to the death, and everyone has several responsibilities to bond during that time. That's why the speaker is telling about the line, and miles to go before I sleep. He is representing his death by the last line. Through this poem, the speaker taught us a very valuable, meaningful lesson of life, that no matter how delightful or how happy the moment is, we cannot pause it. We have to continue living through the life and go on our responsibilities. And also, we should learn from the poem and should live our life while burning our responsibilities, no matter what or when the moment is going and stopping. We cannot stop our life for that. Thank you.